Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we will take a close look on what risks investors face while investing in loans through the P2P marketplace and what will change for us after some of the Baltic P2P platforms will manage to obtain an investment firm license in Latvia. As usual, please remember that all the information available in this video is my personal opinion. You should make your own research before you invest. We will investigate deeper regarding how investment license works in Latvia and what benefits investors that invest in P2P platform with such a license may experience. But before we go on, let's identify all the possible sources of risk for P2P investor. First of all, an investor transfers money to the marketplace. An investor may lose all funds in case of fraudulent marketplace, or in case if marketplace acts as a loan originator itself and eventually goes into default. For example, Bandora is not a marketplace. It doesn't unite other lenders and lends money through its own lending website. Within the next step in the investment flow, the marketplace transfers investors' funds to a loan originator. Basically, loan originator is a consumer loan provider that lends money to the borrowers. As any business, loan originator may face a wide range of operational risks that could eventually lead to the default. In that case, several scenarios are possible. For example, Peerberry states that you shouldn't be worried about anything since the group guarantee is in place, and if any loan originator that is listed on the marketplace will face financial difficulties, then the other group companies will cover all existing obligations. You can find out more about the group guarantee by watching my Peerberry review, just follow the link in the description. In case of other marketplaces that don't provide a group guarantee, you will simply lose your money if a loan originator defaults, or in a better case, you will wait for a long time period until receiving only some part of the initial investment. Finally, a loan originator transfers your money to the borrower. Although the risk that the borrower will not repay the loan is the most significant one, almost every loan originator ensures safety measures for you by providing a buyback guarantee. So if the borrower is not willing to make a repayment by any reason, the loan originator is ready to cover your investment, because first of all, consumer lenders can afford this, since interests for consumer loans are massive, and secondly, it doesn't mean that the loan is totally lost for the loan originator, since there are debt collection activities or the loan could be sold eventually. So, now when we understand all the possible risk sources, let's move on to the most powerful risk mitigation measure. Regulation in the P2P industry is something new, since the industry is quite fresh itself. Regulated environment not only requires you to produce tons of documents and be accountable to the regulator, but rather stimulates you to stay in shape and maintain a healthy business. As you already know from my reviews, the Financial and Capital Market Commission is the most strict regulator in Latvia that supervises banks and other financial market players. The most suitable type of licensed P2P investment platform could potentially get for provision investment services is an investment brokerage firm license. Back in 2020, 5 Latvia-registered P2P investment providers have applied for this license, namely Mintos, Peerberry, Viventor, Via Invest and Debitum. There are still no updates in this regard, and platforms are waiting for the Commission's decision to be made. For example, I was in touch with Peerberry regarding the current status of their application in April 2021, and as it was already mentioned, link in the description to this video. Follow if you're interested about how close the platform is to obtain the license. So what will happen after some P2P marketplace will manage to become an investment brokerage firm in Latvia? First of all, it will become a fully regulated financial entity that includes more accountability and transparency, continuous regulatory examination and sophisticated audits. But the most interesting detail that comes together with the license is written in the Investor Protection Law of Latvia. It is stated that investors may receive a compensation in the amount of 90% of the initial investment, but not more than 20,000 euro. However, it's not fully clear yet how this protection scheme will work. If it's quite simple when it comes to the protection of bank deposits in the amount of 100,000 euro in Europe, then it still looks quite uncertain with regard to the P2P investment protection. It seems that P2P investors will be notified once the license will be successfully obtained by one of the players, and then we will realize which step in the risk chain is covered by 20,000 euro protection. It's difficult to predict how it will turn out in the result, but I would like to underline that any investment bears the risk, and no regulation will make any investment fully risk-free. When you invest in a stock market, you also face a risk that a certain company will face bankruptcy, so why should you hope that some regulation will cover all the possible risks in the P2P industry? Technically, loan originators listed on P2P platforms act as an asset that you invest in, as well as investing in stocks. You may say that publicly traded companies are fully regulated and the risks that they will face financial difficulties is much lower compared with loan originators. Yes, I would agree, but after this industry will become fully regulated or more regulated, this difference will not be so overwhelming. That is why I am quite skeptical that the mentioned protection scheme will cover any loss related to the P2P platforms, especially those cases when a loan originator defaults, because in this case P2P lending will become the most safe investment opportunity and all the investors will split their funds and invest no more than 20,000 euro in each marketplace. I would rather say that the regulation will help to fight fraudulent platforms, but let's see. Hopefully we will get the answer already this year, and then I will make another video with a more deep explanation. Thanks for watching this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are interested in developing your financial intelligence. And remember that investment is for everyone.